going to continue chapter 1, that is our natural resources. Now we are going to study about differences between renewable and non-renewable resources. Then what do you mean by renewable resources? Renewable resources which can be replenished very easily. Okay, which can be replenished very easily. Example: sunlight, air, water, wildlife, forests and agricultural crops. Okay, these are examples for renewable resources. Next we can see non-renewable resources. Resources which cannot replenish easily. Resources which cannot be replenished very easily. Such resources are known as non-renewable resources. Example: fossil fuels and minerals. Okay, examples are fossil fuels and minerals. Until here we discussed the difference between living and non-living resources, renewable and non-renewable resources, exhaustible and inexhaustible resources. Okay, now we are going to switch on to next topic, that is some of the natural resources which are very significant for the influence of human life. Okay, significant means they are very important for the life of the human beings. Okay, so such a one of the important natural resource which is very important for the human life, that is water. Okay, water is the most important natural resource for the life. As you know, earth is covered with 2/3 part of the earth is covered by water. Okay, earth is called life planet because it contains water. Because of water, life exists on the earth. Some of the planets are there in the solar system, they won't contain water. Okay, so such planets are not having any life on such planets. Okay, so we cannot see any life on such planets where there is no water, but earth contains water, so it is known as live planet. Okay, now we can see 2/3 part of the earth covered by water. Okay, I think all of you know that 2/3 part of our earth is covered with water. Okay, out of 2/3 part, 97 part of the water is present in ocean. Okay, and 0.001% of the water is present in the atmosphere as water vapor. Okay, and remaining 2.4% of the water found in glaciers and polar ice caps, and remaining water is present in rivers, lakes. Okay, what we call it as drinking water or potable water. Okay, so remaining water is present means only 1% of the water present on the earth is useful for drinking, or else we call it as potable water. We extract this potable water from the rivers, lakes, etc. Okay, next here we are going to see what are the uses of water. Then what are the uses, in what way we are using the water. Water usually we will use for domestic purposes such as drinking, washing the clothes, washing the utensils. Okay, for else so many things we are using water in our daily life. Apart from that, so many you will use water in agriculture, industries, and so many activities we are going to use water. Okay, so water is a most useful natural resource. And plants also use water. Without water, plants cannot grow. Okay, so many usefulness of water we studied here. Next we are going to see, can we using this water in the proper manner? No, we are not using. Nowadays you can see so many people, when the tap water comes to their house, they are misusing the tap water. By leak, if the pipelines are leakage in the houses, they won't get repair it. Okay, and they will throw the garbage into the water and it leads to water pollution. Okay, so due to these human activities, day by day water is get polluting, and we are facing the water scarcity problem also. Okay, why? Because only due to human activities, such as now only I listed. We are not going to repair the leakage pipes so easily until it won't trouble us. Okay, next is we are going to throw the wastage into the water, and whenever the agricultural uh, fertilizers will add to the farm, that also we are going to wash utensils. Such utensils will be washed in the water, and so many industries, they leave the polluted water into the water bodies. That also will going to pollute, and it is very harmful for the human beings also. I think you heard about how the water is getting polluted or become poisonous sometimes due to the industrial wastage. Okay, what the industries are doing, they are leaving the polluted water directly into the water bodies. Okay, so before leaving water into the water bodies, we have to make it filter, we have to make it unpoisonous, then only we have to leave it to the water. Okay, next is washing the clothes, washing the animals, washing the vehicles in the water. These many things make the water polluted. Okay, next we can see another important resource, that is soil. Let us study about soil. It's also one of the natural resource. Okay, soil is one of the most important natural resource. Okay, all of you know the importance of soil, I think. What are the importance? Why we need soil? Can we live without soil? There is no chance without soil. Okay, there is no life without soil. Why? Because first point, plants do not grow without soil. I think all might be knowing that plants need soil to grow. Okay, plants do not grow if plants do not didn't get any soil. Okay, so we are listing here the importance. We need soil for the growth of the plants. For growth of the plants we require soil. Next point, so many microorganisms, insects, worms, okay, so many microorganisms which are useful for human life. Okay, insects, earthworms. Okay, these are all living inside the soil. Okay, they are also living inside the soil. Next is why we need soil again. We need soil to balance the ecosystem. Okay, if there is no soil, there are no forests. If there is no soil, there will be no forests. Then ultimately you can come to know that there will be no wildlife, no animals. Okay, so soil is a main natural resource for the life. Next we can see here, soil. Can human being using or utilizing the soil in proper way? Here also, due to human activity, this soil is going to become erosion. So what we call soil erosion. Soil is also getting polluted due to human activity. Okay, soil erosion. What do you mean by soil erosion? Topmost of the soil contains so many fertile soil it is actually, top layer of the soil, that is fertile soil, will be moved along or taken away by the wind or water, and this leads to the soil erosion. When the top of the soil will be removed by the force of water or wind, that time what happens? Soil erosion will occur. Next we can see why the soil is getting polluted. Okay, why the soil is getting polluted? First of point is deforestation. Deforestation means what? Cutting down plants in large amount. Okay, in large amount we are destroying the plants. Okay, these plants, how they are helpful in controlling soil erosion means roots of the soil are firmly holding the soil, so that whenever rain enters into the slope area, if it is a slope area, if the rain is entering into the slope area, roots of the plants are holding the soil, so that it won't leave the soil to move very easily to the downhill of the areas. Okay, so in that way it helps in the prevention of soil erosion. Okay, next here one more thing. Second is by adding more fertilizers. Okay, nowadays due to this modern activity of the humans, they are discovered so many fertilizers. Okay, they are using especially chemical fertilizers. These chemical fertilizers are going to affect for the soil. Okay, this also leads to soil erosion, or else this chemical, when added to the soil in more amount, soil will going to lose its fertility. Okay, once the soil lost its fertility, we cannot grow plants on such a soil. Okay, next natural resources we are studying here is forests. What are forests? Forest is also one of the renewable resource, renewable natural resource. Why we need forest? Without forest the life cannot exist on the earth. Why human need forest? For wildlife it is a habitat for them, it's okay, but what is the use for human beings? Human beings, if the forest, if the animals are not there, if the forests were not there, okay, alone human being cannot live on the earth. There is no life on earth without forests, because forests are responsible to have rain on the earth. Okay, only forests can bring rain on the earth. If the forests are there, if forests are not there, there is no rain. Okay, if there is no rain, we don't get any water. Okay, so forests are very, very important natural resources, and here forests are nothing but a habitat for most of the wild animals, as we know all, is it not? So forests are natural habitat for the wild animals, and also it is helping in balancing the ecosystem, and also it is helpful in for the human beings to bring the rains. Okay, and so many useful medicinal plants we are going to get from the forest, and so many food and so many varieties of wood we are going to make it furnitures for home. All these plants we are going to get from the forests. Okay, next we are going to see another important natural resource, that is fossil fuels. What do you mean by fossil fuels? What do you mean by fossil fuels? We are going to see. Fossil fuels, coal, petroleum products and natural gas represent a kind of resource collectively known as fossil fuel. Okay. Fossil, what do you mean by fossil? When dead remains of plants, or animals get buried deeply into the soil, okay, at the last layer of the soil contains stones. Okay, I think you may be knowing soil is having 7 layers. After these 7 layers there will be a rocks or stones are present. Okay, when these dead remains of plants and animals, they are pressed and they deeply inserted inside the soil. At last it reaches the where are the stones present and the last layer, after the last layer of the soil, and they will come in between these rocks or stones, and they will going to crush in between the stones. So they make a when they crush in between the stones, some type of liquid will be produced from the dead remains of plants and animals that will be collected after the rock layer. Okay, this may be petroleum. Okay, how the petroleum you are going to get, or else sometimes coal is also a fossil fuel. How we are going to get coal? When the large amount of plants, or else sometimes one forest will going to get diminished. That time what happens, all the dead plants enter into the soil, okay, and they reach the top layer of the soil and they get heated due to heat and pressure of the soil inside. Due to heat and pressure present inside the soil, these plants, okay, they get heated. So we are going to get the coal. Okay, it becomes in a black color due to heat inside the soil. It becomes heated and these remains of the plants converted into black color particles, that we can call it as coal. Okay, black pieces, those are converted into black pieces. In this way fossil fuels are obtained. Like this ways, if we want to get fossil fuels, it takes millions of years. Okay, it should go day by day deeper into the soil. At last it reaches the last layer of the soil, and in this way it is going to form a fossil fuel. Okay, next we can see. So this fossil fuel will not going to get easily. So whatever petrol, minerals, I think minerals you may be knowing, iron mineral, gold mineral, how we are going to get extract, from where we are going to extract these minerals? From the earth crust. Okay, when we dig this earth, then only we are going to get the minerals. But these minerals is not available everywhere. In particular places, example, Kolar is famous for gold mines. If you dig the earth in a particular area of the Kolar, we are going to get the gold mine. Bellary is famous for iron ore. Okay, so if you dig the earth in the proper place, okay, we are going to get the iron ore. Okay, in the Bellary. In the same way, silver mines are there, coal mines are there. Okay, coal mines are present in Naveli, that is in Tamil Nadu. Okay, so in such particular places, particular minerals we are going to get from the earth crust. Okay, so these fossil fuels, these are not going to obtain in a easy way. Okay, So whenever we are using the petrol or else fossil fuels, we have to use in a limited quantity. How to avoid this? Then we have to use bicycle rather than vehicles. Okay, use public transport. Okay, next, if you are going for nearby any shops, this one it is better to walk, okay, rather than using vehicles. These are the things how we can avoid fossil fuel, avoid this limitation of the fossil fuel. Okay, next we can see question answers. We are going to discuss question answers in next video. I'll going to write all the notes for you. I'll write all the questions and answers given in the textbook. If you have any doubt, you can text me.